So what has happened? The big Hall H announcement. We now know, you're adorable, I love you so much. We now know that Doctor Doom is being played by Robert Downey Jr. Look how excited my little pixie is. Huh? See? It's really, really cool. I think the groundwork was kind of laid in Deadpool and Wolverine with what can be done. And the interesting thing here is this. Will we be getting a Victor Von Doom by Robert Downey Jr., or will a variant of Tony Stark from another universe be Doctor Doom? Because both possibilities are on the table. And both possibilities are actually equally intriguing. I don't think there was a better choice that could have been made. Kang did turn out to be a bit of a bust. And not just because of all the other stuff that went around. I mean, I think by the time Quantumania happened and we'd seen like some of the variants of Kang, just what works in comics doesn't always work on like on the big screen. Trust me, as a guy that's like read comics since I could read, and probably a little bit of them before. She's getting all comfy. Then that's the case. I'm excited about everything that's coming out for the Marvel slate this time around. Both the Avenger movies, got the Russo brothers back. We got Robert Downey Jr. Thunderbolts looks really cool. Friggin' Captain America looks amazing. We got Giancarlo Esposito in it. We have Red Hulk in this one. We have the leader back. The leader, one of the biggest missed opportunities in the early era of the MCU, the Incredible Hulk. That still counts. People forget that Edward Norton's Incredible Hulk still counts as part of the MCU. They just recast the Hulk to be like an actor that wasn't so problematic in the way that he wasn't just, made a super jerk about everything. And Edward Norton's a fantastic actor, don't get me wrong. Guy is a wonderful actor. He's just, some actors can tend to take themselves a little too seriously. But some actors like Mark Ruffalo can, knows when to relax. But that being said, I like them both as Hulk. I think they both did great jobs as Bruce Banner as well. It's really interesting to see where they're going with this. The Red Hulk, I remember reading that run when it initially came out. It was a mystery when it came out. Nobody knew who the Red Hulk was. You had to kind of guess because it wasn't Bruce Banner. Was it McGinnis? I think it was Loeb that did the Red Hulk series, because I remember I just met who's now my better half. We started hanging out, and we used to go to a comic shop. And around that point, I just got back in comics again, because the town that I lived in didn't have comic stores, so there was no way to get comics unless you really went far away. And most comics that I got at that point were stuff I get like at a secondhand shop. So I'd be reading like older stories. But this comic store comes in. All of a sudden, like, she's out down there getting like graphics of Fables because she loved that, and she wanted to stay caught up with that. She introduced me to Fables, by the way. And I was going in and I was reading the latest Spider-Man, which I think at that point was One More Day, just before the Brand New Day era came from Dan Slott. And so it was the last J. Mark Straczynski. And then there was, of course, the Red Hulk series. And around that point too, I think, if I'm not mixing my eras up, was when for the DC stuff, I was reading the Blackest Night. Blackest Night was coming out around that point as well. So it was a pretty good time for comics. But Hall H, wow! I mean, everybody gasped. There's one dude though, just as the guy is there, just as RDJ is about to take off the mask and say that, show that it's him. One guy in the audience it's Robert Downey Jr. I'm like, how the hell does this guy know? This guy's Nostradamus. Because in a million years, I would not have guessed Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom, and it is so pitch frigging perfect. You've got these two, diametrically opposed like characters that are both kind of like megalomaniacs that just use their intellect and their power in different ways. Um, for Iron Man, there's a sense of guilt and a sense of remorse, and but there's a sense of kind of like there's that intellect, the genius intellect, and there's this kind of nobility that he uses, and that's what causes civil war, right? Um, and with Doctor Doom, you have this genius intellect and this massive sense of nobility and this lack of remorse because he feels and it's like Tony Stark sometimes do like above, but whereas Stark often puts that into like a positive manner and use it to create Iron Man and all different suits and War Machine and all this type of stuff. Um, Doctor Doom uses this to, pretty much want to take over like Pinky Bear, want to take over the world, because he feels truly in his heart that he is what's best. Not for like, because there's a lot of people, like you get a lot of villains, right? Like the Red Skulls, the world, like, and that'll, like they want to do it and there's monetary reasons and there's all this type of stuff. Doctor Doom doesn't give a shit about monetary reasons, pardon my French. Doctor Doom is doing it because he truly believes, in much way all the great villains believe, that their cause is just and that they are it. They're the reason. They're the cure. They are the savior. There's got to be a messiah complex there, to an extent, and it works with Thanos. It works with characters like I don't know if it's worked with Darkseid. We'll see, but it works with a lot of it work with Doctor Doom. Any villain that like a villain shouldn't be a mustache twirling character for this because we've already gotten to the superhero kind of that suspend your disbelief type of thing. It works a lot better if the villain is someone that truly believes that what they're doing is right. So that even the villain should be the hero in their mind. So the villain should believe that they're the hero of their story. And Doctor Doom does skirt both of those things. Doctor Doom has been a villain, primarily, especially if we're going into Secret Wars. And I'm going to guess, since we know that Doctor Doom is there, that we're getting Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars. I don't think anybody's going to think we're getting the Beyonder at this point. For those that are unaware, there was a Secret Wars back in the 1980s. They did a Secret Wars and Secret Wars 2. I have a Secret Wars 2 over there in omnibus format. And I'm one of those people that actually like Secret Wars 2. But Jonathan Hickman did this really multi-layered, kind of really cool, updated, newer version of Secret Wars, which goes into the whole multiverse and battle worlds and the fight for like the survival of different universes. So I think that's what we're going to get with Marvel's Secret Wars film. I think we're gonna lean into it with Doomsday. Thankfully, the Kang Dynasty is gone. Both dodge there, and I'm excited. So, what do you guys think?